called the Footprint Center, by the way. They got a sponsor mid-series.
Wow.
This is the Footprint Center, no longer Phoenix Suns Arena. Do your feet feel imprinted?
Well, when I was here, it was America West Arena, and then it turned into the Talking Stick Arena. So now it's the Footprint.
The Footprint Center.
Footprint Center. Don't mess that up.
It don't matter. That means that the Phoenix Suns are going in the right direction.
Exactly.
Okay.
People want to be associated with them.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Jump. I'm Rachel Nichols, still associating with Richard Jefferson, Kendrick Perkins. I don't know how happy they are to be associating with each other, but I'm grateful to them both. I want to talk to you guys about Team USA because there's a lot to keep up with, right?
Yes.
Here's all the latest. Bradley Beal, who was placed in the health and safety protocol Wednesday, is now ruled out of the Olympics, so he will not go over to Tokyo. Out of an abundance of caution is how it was phrased. Team USA's exhibition with Australia tonight has been canceled. Then today, Kevin Love withdrew from Team USA, citing that right calf injury that plagued him for much of this season. Love's agent told Adrian Wojnarowski that he is not yet ready for peak performance. Now, with the 2 roster spots open, Woj reporting Spurs forward Keldon Johnson and 3-time NBA champ JaVale McGee are being added to Team USA. Keep in mind that they're also going to get an infusion of these guys who are currently playing in the finals. Devin Booker, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, and Jeremy Grant will rejoin the team also after he clears health and safety protocols. He's just in there for contact tracing, we assume, in relation to Bradley Beal. So once he clears that contact tracing protocol, he can rejoin the team as well. That was a lot.
Yes.
Richard, Kevin Love and you, I know, have spoken since this withdrawal happened. I don't know if you have any more insight for us on that.
No, I spoke to him, and I just think he has so much respect for USA basketball that he was like, dude, like, I thought I was going to be 100%. I hadn't been playing a ton of 5-on-5. They gave me the call. I wanted to answer the call. I wanted to play. And then as he started playing more 5-on-5 and started banging, he just, it didn't feel like 100%. And what he doesn't want to do is disrespect and not be able to play at his peak. So he opened up a spot for somebody else to go participate. All
right. So given that perk and given the guys and the names that you see are now going to be joining the team, are you feeling the same about Team USA's chances to win gold in Tokyo, or is the last couple days shaking your confidence there?
Well, my confidence has been shook, Rachel, but look, here's the thing. You still have enough firepower to go out there and win, right? And adding JaVale McGee, a backup center to Bam, I thought was huge and well-deserved, right? Because JaVale McGee is going to do his role. He's going to block shots. Here's the problem that I have, right? Greg Popovich being biased towards his franchise and putting on Keldon Johnson. And I'm not knocking the young man. Look, whatever comes his way, embrace it with open arms. But it's guys out there like Trae Young that are out there begging on social media to be part of this that also should have this opportunity.
I can't wait to see Atlanta versus the Spurs next year. I cannot wait.
Like he should be on this team. It's no doubt in my mind. And this is the problem that I have. Like, to me, Pop shouldn't have a say in who picks, like, who gets to come on. He should be able to coach the team. It's unfair.
Well, look, I mean, it is traditionally up to the front office, quote unquote, of Team USA, and they do have really good management, executive management there, but the coach has a voice that is traditional with it. It's funny, though, hearing you talk about Trae Young versus the Spurs. We sometimes ask players, hey, does this game mean more to you because, Chris Paul does play in the conference finals mean more? Mean more to you because Chris Paul played the Clippers in the conference finals? Does it mean more to you? And most players will just sort of say reflexively, nah, I want to win anyway, or all games are the same. And then we hear you guys talking off camera, and it's very clear that it's not actually true.
I kid you not. Gilbert Arenas was talking trash about everybody, every one of the coaches that didn't pick him. He was talking
for the Olympics.
For the Olympics. But this is the thing about Trae Young. And if you get an opportunity, you just have to say, hey, Trae, this is going to be our lineup. We want to make sure that you understand that you're going to be the third guard. And so, like, as long as you're okay with that, those are the conversations that you have to have, because what's going to happen is in 4 more years, you're going to be like, Trae, our guy, you're the best point guard in the league. Come on. And then it's like he's the bad guy if he doesn't go to USA basketball when you guys skipped him over.
Right.
No, I agree. And look, I don't have a problem with this lineup. I just feel like Trae should have been on this team. I just feel that way. Like, I'm not going to dive any deeper into it, but that man should have been on there, especially what he did throughout the postseason.
I will say that the last 2 days have not shaken the sentence that I have said since this whole Team USA training camp started. That team has Kevin Durant, so I am not going to worry. Doesn't mean there's a lock to win the gold. Those are two separate ideas, but I am not going to worry about a team that has Kevin Durant until we get to the point where it looks like they're being outplayed in one of the medal games. All right, let's move over to Dallas because Jason Kidd introduced as Mavericks head coach yesterday. Let's bring back our coaching carousel. Getting a little thinner now because more people have gotten jobs. Here's Kidd on the fit between Luka and Kristaps Porzingis. Take a listen.
KP, again, this is a positive summer for him. He's healthy, right? This isn't a time where he's coming off an injury. I think he's really excited about this opportunity. I think he's a perfect fit for Luka.
First of all, Richard, look at your guy, J. Kidd, up there. The nice thick tie knot, the glasses.
And all that. That's not Oakland J. Kidd. That's not JJ. We know the truth.
Not New Jersey net.
That's New Jersey net. That's the I'm a coach now. I'm the Los Angeles
Lakers.
Lakers.
You're supposed to grow, man. As you get older, you get wiser.
Do you agree with your guy saying that he what?
Do I agree? Yes.
Do you agree with J. Kidd saying that he thinks that Kristaps Porzingis and Luka are a perfect fit?
I think they are, as long as Porzingis is not the second best player. You can make him the third best player on the team. You have to get more help for Luka. Luka is one of those players that he puts pressure on a franchise. He puts pressure on a coach. He puts pressure on an organization because you're like, we have a guy that's 23 years old. That's one of the top 5 players in this league. We have windows to win a championship. And if we don't fill that window, he's going to go and he's going to be someplace else great for the next 10 years. So I just don't think Porzingis is nearly enough to be like, oh, this is the 1-2 punch.
I think you're so wrong. And here's why. When you go back and look 2 years ago when they were playing in the bubble, they were one of the best duos in the bubble 2 years ago.
3 knee surgeries ago.
No, it was not. And then, by the way, they both was averaging they both was averaging 30 points a game in the bubble. They were coexisting very, very well. What happened was that Coach Steven Silas left. Okay, he was the magician behind that offense. So now you have to make Porzingis feel wanted. If you're J. Kidd, you have to go and have a sit down with Luka and say, hey, look, you can't dominate the ball 95% of the time. You only could dominate the ball 60% of the time. We're going to feature Porzingis in our offense. We're going to run sets for him. We're going to put him in position to be successful. That didn't happen in this postseason. He was standing around the three-point line along with everybody else, watching Luka dance with the ball for 20 seconds out of the 24 seconds on the shot clock, and then making a pass saying, hey, catch and shoot. That's not who Porzingis is.
Even if you put Porzingis in a spot where he's averaging 20 a game again, I still don't think that team has enough. So we can disagree on whether or not Porzingis can be the second best player. That's fine.
That's fine.
But even if he goes back to getting featured in 20 points a game, that's not enough to get this Mavericks past 4 teams in this conference.
Well, look, it would be good for them if they could get past the first round. That's something that they would like to build on and be able to do. But there's no question that it's not just pressure on J. Kidd to make the roster work and to make the Kristaps-Luka relationship good. There's pressure on a new head of the front office, Nico Harrison. I don't know, is his title president, general manager, executive vice president? Nico? Whatever it is, he's very important, and he's now running the front office in Dallas. Everyone's title structure is different in every team, but it is putting pressure on them because whether you also believe that KP is a great fit or answer there, it doesn't feel like that is a championship level roster at this moment.
Well, Richard just said even if he's averaging 20 points, it's not going to get them over the hump. By the way, they took the Clippers to 7 games, and he wasn't averaging 20 points. If you have a better Porzingis at that time, then the Dallas Mavericks will win that series and possibly be in the conference finals where the Clippers were. So I'm not sold on that.
Okay, cool.
That's fine.
Well, yeah.
It's going to be very interesting to see the arms race in the offseason. All these teams out west, obviously don't sleep on Golden State also, which may be trying to make moves to get someone more at Steph's timeline as well. There's going to be some action here in the next month after the NBA Finals are over. And we at The Jump will be talking about it every day. Well, on this show, we will be talking about that rough performance in Game 4 for Chris Paul, how much pressure is on him in Game 5. Here he is at practice right now. Shot looks good. First, though, here's what The Jump recommends for today as well on ESPN+. Bobby Marks details the play.